force that comes off of him on this stuff. In this very specific video, he's basically saying, I agree with Dore. But the thing that he's grudgingly saying he agrees with Dore on is just basic fucking politics. It's politics 101. It's like, I discovered this thing that it hurts me to say it, but using leverage and numbers to accomplish political objectives. I'm shocked by this. It's politics. And yes, it's something that Dore has been saying for a while, for a very long time, that his channel, basically, as far as I can tell, has just been derisive on. Like I said, one lavishes a huge amount of attention on suckling on a tit. I suspect a lot of this has to do with views. When he basically attacks Dore, I suppose he gets views, because Dore has a lot of subscribers. Nevertheless, I want to show it. Let's take a look at Cedar discovering this sacred chalice. Politics 101.
Jimmy Dore had a suggestion that we can all participate in, and I have not been able to come up with a reason why we shouldn't participate in this. People shouldn't either, because I think it's a pretty good one. I think there is a downside and a danger to it. Sometimes you can overplay your hand on some level, but I'll talk about that in a moment. But broadly speaking, and it is this. As you know, Nancy Pelosi has been basically nominated to be the Speaker of the House. The Democratic caucus has more or less said, we're down with that. Then what happens is it goes to a full vote in the House. Democrats have a 15-seat majority, I think, as of now. I don't know if there's any races that are extant. So there's a 15-seat, or I should say a 14-seat, I think, majority.
Might be less, but I'm not sure.
Let's just say, for the sake of argument, that it's about 14 seats. Because, these things are fluid. I think there's still one or two, extant. But nevertheless, the point being that what can progressives get from Pelosi in exchange for their votes? There's also, there could be a couple of moderates who are not voting for Pelosi, right? I think, was it... from Michigan, I can't remember her name now, but
the CIA one,
right? Exactly. Slotkin. She claimed that she wasn't going to support Pelosi, but who knows? Maybe she meant for the leader as opposed to for Speaker of the House. But the idea is to get some progressives. All you need is about 15 to say we want a vote on Medicare for all in the House. Now, even if the Medicare for All was to pass in the House, it doesn't mean anything in terms of it actually getting into effect. Now, but there is value in getting the caucus on the record, both from, if the Democratic caucus votes for it, it sets a marker for when they control both houses.
And there have been votes in the past, right?
I gotta be honest. I don't quite understand why this is astonishing politics to him. If your caucus wants something, I don't know, let's say Medicare for all, and let's say your caucus Hello.
Hello. How are you?
That's good.
That's good.
How was your morning?
It was good.
That's good.
Listening to this audiobook on YouTube.
Which one?
It's this one that was recommended to. It's this book that was recommended to me by that Chris Morales kid.
Uh-huh.
He said he really liked this woman, this author. Sister Souljah is her name. Okay. But the only reason why I even agreed to read one of her audiobooks is because the first thing he tells me about this woman... I Google her, and the first thing that it says is she's mostly known for the fact that Bill Clinton did not like her remarks on race in the election in 2016.
Yeah, that's where I know her from.
I don't know anything about that, so I found that interesting. I'm like, I fuck with black people that Democrats don't like, especially when it comes to race, so
LOL.
it might be... But I don't know who she is, but this book is fucking weird. I knew from hearing her name I probably wouldn't like this woman, so I hope this book... This book is fucking weird. First of all, the audiobook is an hour and 11 minutes long, so it's a short-ass book, okay?
LOL.
And it's weird, Christopher. It's one of like the most ghetto books I've ever... The character is one of the most ghetto people I've ever heard of, okay? Like... She's describing her upbringing, okay?
Jeez.
And she, like, lived in the projects, but, like, her dad was the biggest drug dealer in her neighborhood, so, like, her project building was, like, basically like one of those buildings that Manhattan people live in. It had velvet red carpets and an entertainment center and top of the line furniture and blah 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 blah. According to this bitch, right? And she said that her dad was so proud when the day she was born that he had a limo waiting for her mom and her to pick them up at when they were leaving the hospital. And then when they got home, he had a 24 karat gold and diamond ring, 24 karat diamond gold ring waiting for her to put on the day she came home from the hospital. And her mom was like, the ring's too big. And he was like, it's fine, I'll have it fitted. She needs to learn that she deserves only the best. And then, like, she proceeds